Welcome everybody to Bubble Ball University. I'm super excited to be sharing this information with you guys. I'm planning to start in just maybe like another minute or two. So just please be patient while other people are registering or signing up, or rather logging in. But I'm super excited to be able to share this information with you guys. You guys will be so excited. Another opportunity to kind of build wealth for your family, for your household, provide another stream of income, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So just be patient for a second. I just want to wait um, maybe another minute or so just to make sure we get everybody that's dialed in. And my name, by the way, is Pedro Moore. I'm the founder of Bubble Ball University, and we definitely will be getting started in just a few moments. Please bear with me. While you're waiting, if you have a notepad or pen and paper, to make sure you have something available to take notes with, right? So that way you can have a chance to remember this information to help you out in the future. All right. So maybe another 30 seconds, we'll get started. Again, my name is Pedro Moore, founder of Bubble Ball University. For those that may have just logged in, we're going to get started in just a second or so. So I'm super excited. And thank you for taking the time out your busy schedule to actually listen to my webinar, watch my webinar. To hopefully it adds value to your life. So let's go ahead and get into things. All right. So welcome to Bubble Ball University, where basically I'll show you how to make an additional $5,000 to $10,000 per month by owning your own bubble ball business. Has any of you guys ever played bubble ball? All right. Okay. A few of you guys. Now, this is basically to teach you how to build your own bubble ball business without quitting your day job. So that way you have multiple streams of income. Now, my goal is to, like I said, to teach you how to have to make an additional few grand a month, using your bubble ball business and not having to quit your day job. So that way you have multiple streams of income for your household. Now, if you stay to the end, I promise that I have a nice little treat for you that I want to give away. And just because you take a time out your busy schedule to view my seminar, to learn from my seminar, and I truly do appreciate that, because you could be doing something else. There's a lot of different things that you could be doing, but you took the time out to watch my seminar. Also, by the way, so that way you get the best value of watching this course. I do ask if you can kind of limit your distractions, either, mute your phone or turn off your phone, or maybe go into a private room. I have a little son who likes to run his mouth sometime. So, I sometimes have to go into another room so that way no one hears or it doesn't distract me while my wife kind of handles him or whatever the case may be. So, but sometimes you may be around other employees, people talking. So just, if you can, try to get into a private room so that way, you don't have any distractions. So that way you can fully focus, do what you need to do, and like just to minimize distractions. Is that okay? All right. So again, my name is Pedro Moore, and I'm a serial entrepreneur, as well as a venture capitalist, and a venture advisor to Damon John of the Shark Tank Show. Well, I'm not sure if any of you guys ever watched that. Has anyone ever watched the Shark Tank Show? Okay, all right, that's good. That's good. A great show, an opportunity to allow entrepreneurs to get exposure to the business idea as well as get capital. Um, and and then I don't know if you guys actually witnessed it, but there was one episode where there was a bubble ball vendor on the show. I don't think he got any money, but he was on the show. So also, as you already know, I've owned a bubble ball business for 4+ years now. Some of my clients include TD Bank, Capital One, Boys and Girls Club, KPMG, Ernest and Young, and that's just to name a few. There's universities that colleges that I work with, small businesses to medium-sized businesses, churches, et cetera, et cetera. And of course, the everyday sports mom who's planning an event for their child. Now, the thing is, though, through my entrepreneurial journey, I've done a lot of things right that helped me out financially, which is great. But I also, unfortunately, have done a lot of things wrong, and I stress that wrong because that has cost me too. After doing this for maybe 4+ years and running a bubble ball business and even being an entrepreneur and investing in businesses for probably almost a decade, there's a lot of things I have learned. A way to build wealth in a business by creating a system. All right. That's one rule that I discovered is that the way to build wealth in business is by building or designing a system in your business. You can't make money if you are a freelance consultant. I mean, excuse me, not make money, but build wealth. You have to formulate a system. All right. Multiple streams of income is the only true way to financial independence. That is so true. I may even share a story a little bit later on of how one stream of income it could be hurtful. Okay, one stream of income could be hurtful. Another thing is that turnkey businesses require no special skill and can begin generating revenue immediately. This is not necessarily a software company like the companies that I have to invest in as a venture capitalist, where you're kind of creating the business model itself, which is time consuming, requires a lot of resources and time, and you don't even know it's going to work out. But with a turnkey business, that business model is already created for you. You basically just have to go out and sell it. All right. And cash is king. And if you cannot find customers in an affordable way, you'll be out of business. All right. Those are some of the things that I have learned. I discovered all this, unfortunately, the hard way. And like I mentioned earlier, when I stressed the word wrong, I lost money, right? And I lost a lot of time, even some business relationships. But the beauty of this particular course, you get to cheat and kind of skip ahead. Now, does anyone love cheat codes? I don't know if anyone plays video games or not, but back in the day, I would try to play a video game and crush, but every now and again, if it's a little hard, I would throw in a cheat code so that way I can advance to the next level. So basically, you guys can look at it as you guys are getting your cheat codes right here to make it easy for you, and you'll be so grateful for this because sometimes I wish, I was able to get the help. So the hard way is one, starting a bubble ball business is being cheap. Being cheap, it sounds weird, funny to say, but being cheap is actually expensive. All right. I did not create a sales funnel to capture leads and then retarget them. So I lost opportunities to market to hundreds of potential customers. All right. And then I was also doing a lot of the events myself, working long hours, and holding a full-time job as well. So I basically for that period of time I had no life. Want the easy way that does not require you to quit your job? Would you like that? So in the past 4 years, I generated on average, give or take, 4 to 5 grand per month. Sometimes getting close to $10,000 per month. And the beauty of that is that I did not have to quit my day job, or even have to get a part-time job. Now, I do have to share this. The results are not typical. Though at Bubble Play and Bubble Ball University, we make our best effort to help you build a bubble ball business so that way you can yield the best results. But obviously, there's no guarantee in doing this. As with any business, your results may vary and will be based on your individual capacity, business experience, expertise, and a level of effort. And there are no guarantees concerning the level of success you may experience. And there's no insurance that examples of past earnings can duplicate in the future. And we cannot guarantee your future results or success. There are some unknown risks in the business that we cannot foresee, which can reduce results. The use of our information and products and services should be based on your own due diligence of researching information, products, and or services. And you agree that our company is not liable for any success or failure of your business that is directly or indirectly related to the use of our information, products, and services. So you also acknowledge that Bubble Play and Bubble Ball University and or any of the individuals or affiliates does not function as a real estate broker or excuse me, personal account attorney, a financial advisor, etc. If you have any tax legal questions, you are advised to seek advice of an accountant, attorney, financial advisor, or real estate broker. Bumble Play is not responsible, or Bumble Bar University is not responsible for any actions, and you agree to release Bumble Play and Bumble Bar University and its staff, employees, of officers, and affiliates from liability from any of the actions or comments influenced by information contained in the products and services. And sorry I had to read that, but I got to give a disclaimer, right? Because the reality is, I have to say it because the reality is that there are some people out there who will put forth no effort, get no results, and be the first ones to complain. All right. But also there will be other folks that will do the work, buy into the program, do the work, start the business, and probably exceed my results. So they almost should be teaching the course, right? But they're going to exceed my results and do extremely well, better than probably I ever have. So my bottom line is sharing that the results can vary. So I can only speak from my personal experience. I cannot predict how well the next person will perform. Now, in this particular course, we'll be going over 3 basic secrets. The first one is that I can make more money in 1 week than I can do in 1 month working a part-time job. Secret 2, I don't have to personally perform any of the events, which is a big plus because my time is limited. Number 3, how do I get customers when I dislike selling or have no marketing skills, excuse me, because basically it sells itself, all right? So secret 1, I can make more money in 1 week than I can in 1 month working a part-time job. So think about this concept. You have a second job, part-time job. You want to make $1,000 a month, all right, at a $10 rate. So you have to basically work almost a minimum of 25 hours per week, which is roughly about 100 hours, 100 hours per month, okay, in order to get an extra $1,000 per month as a part-time job. Part-time job is basically the traditional hourly jobs that you may deal with, okay, like a stock. And then I'm probably even inflating that hourly price a little bit, but I still want to kind of give easy math to it, but just put in $10. So anyway, so basically 100 hours a month, you can make $1,000 working part-time. All right. Now here is a scenario where working 5 hours came to about $1,000, and that's with even a discount. All right. Basically, this young lady that we met some time ago when we first started the business, she's high up in the school system, and she basically you brought us in to do an event. All right. And that event was probably a total of 5 hours, maybe even a little less. But it brought in $1,000 for that particular event. And that's just for that particular day. And that's with the assumption that you don't do any events for the rest of the month. You already got your $1,000 compared to working 100 hours a week. You already got your $1,000. But let's just say that to get to that $1,000 with that particular school, you put in maybe 10 hours a week for 4 weeks in terms of marketing, which you really don't have to. But let's assume you did. That in total gets you to 45 hours. So the 5 hours here for actually doing the event and the 40 hours leading up to the event. And as you can see, that's still significantly less than 100 hours in a month. And you only did 1 event, okay? And that's assuming you didn't do any other events, okay? Now if you just happen to do, let's just say, I'm making up a number of $250 for 1 hour for a birthday party. You do maybe 4 other birthday parties in that entire month. That's another $1,000. So in total, maybe you did, I don't know, I don't know, maybe 50, 60 hours in total, including the administrative stuff or whatever. You made $2,000. Again, all that's still less than 100 hours per month. So do you see where I'm coming from? How starting a business is more advantageous than actually just getting a part-time job. All right. So next secret is I don't personally have to perform any of the events. So because like I said, it's a big plus because my time is limited. 3 reasons why most people like me should not have to ever do events. One, too busy. With a family and a full-time job, my time is limited. All right. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of you that are in my shoes as well. All right. And so it's hard. I mean, if you add on a full-time job, you have a spouse and you have a newborn, that right there is going to be time consuming in itself. So now you want to start another business, and do the events. That's just a lot of work. So it's just a lot, very, very time consuming. And then also it's physically exhausting. Even though you're not actually playing in the suits, running around as a referee is exhausting. That's why if you ever notice a lot of referees in the professional sports, NFL and NBA, they're kind of fit. They're somewhat fit because they realize that you got to do a lot of running around. And then honestly, I really don't want to do events. Can we all be honest? Do you really want to do these events? Why not? Well, how about why not just sit back and collect the check? Anyone is like me who rather just sit back and collect the check versus doing the event? All right, cool. Now, so in this situation, basically you just need maybe 2 to 4 on-call staff members that have a flexible schedule. And the beauty is you're not paying anyone a retainer or on a basic salary, which keeps your overhead very low. You only pay them when they do an event. They don't do an event, you don't pay them. They do an event, you pay them. So they only get money when you make money. A great scenario. And like I said, you notice I said on call, no salaries. That way you don't have to worry about any overhead expenses. Pay, especially like if you have a down month and the events or the revenue is not coming as you like. You don't have to pay anybody, right? Like I said, you only pay them when you need to. Now, this is the solution that saved my life. So the old model was pay a retainer or salaries or whatever. Bad ideas, kills profits, be out of business in no time. The new model is hire people with a flexible schedule. So examples of people to hire are college students. They have flexible schedule. They're young. They're ambitious. They have the athletic build. They have the energy. Those are some of the good candidates. And even if they're not in college, but someone within that age bracket, someone within that 18 to 25 age bracket will be a good candidate, someone that you trust and that you feel like could be a great asset. Okay. Now, the last secret is how do I get customers when I dislike selling and have no marketing skills? Like I mentioned earlier, the benefit is sales itself. All right. So like I mentioned, it sells itself. And since I told you guys earlier, because the work I did with Damon John, in that there was a bubble ball guy that actually got on the show. So since that commercial, there's been some other things happening as well. But since the commercial, the popularity of the sport has really increased. Where people today, unlike when I first started, I had to go out and find a lot of people. People in my particular market, I remember the newspaper did a survey, and probably more than half the people didn't even know this concept, never even heard of it before we came on the scene. But today, you don't have to worry about that because a lot of people are searching for this activity. I mean, we get several calls a month from people that are more than 2 hours away looking for a bubble ball service, which shows us that there's opportunities in other markets to set up a bubble ball business for yourself. So there's opportunity for you to set up your own business, a bubble ball business in your particular market. And in terms of like selling, think of a laundromat. Do you need to persuade someone to use a laundromat? No, right? Because it serves a particular need. As long as you basically position it and make it available, and it fits that need, boom, people use the product. And it's the same thing with the bubble ball business. All right. So step one to kind of help get things started, really, to really help you drum up some business. My first question is, do you have any friends, especially on Instagram or even Facebook? Do you? Right? I remember reading a statistic some time ago. They said the average Facebook user has maybe on average 140 friends. All right, I think that's probably increased by now. But so now, after you, I'm assuming you do. Okay, after you do that, you strategically invite certain friends to a free session of pickup games. Okay, maybe just do one game, or you might have to do one or two, depending on how things are going. But invite those friends to a pickup game. All right. Um, and some examples. When I say certain, what is certain? So certain are in friends that may have the potential to be a customer, or they have contacts to the potential customer that you would like to sell to. So this could be principals, coaches, church leaders, a small business owner. The list goes on. People like that, that are good candidates to actually invite to this particular event. And the purpose that you're doing all this, number one, this is a free event, so everybody loves free, right? So you don't have to feel like you're pulling anyone's leg to do anything. And so there's no need to feel like a salesman in this scenario. You say, hey, come on out. And when you're doing this, basically two things are going to happen. You're building trust with those certain people, okay? You're building trust, so that way they can believe in you. They can shake your hand, get to greet you, make you seem like you're okay guy, okay. And then they're going to see how you actually operate, how you actually run the games. To see you organize your structure, see what what you're doing, etc., etc. So it's almost like a demo. So this is a chance for them to see how you perform. Like I mentioned, step 3, host the free event. Take lots of photos and pictures. Um, and these certain friends that participate, ask for the feedback about their experience. Get their thoughts, get their opinions. Because there may be some areas that you can improve on. Okay, but then again, part of that asking for feedback is building that relationship, building that rapport, so they can kind of trust you. And then also ask them to share photos, videos on social media, tagging you in these things. Um, and of course, ask if they know anyone that might be interested in booking an event. All right. And normally, when you give something away for free, giving away something value, and then you ask for something in return, people might be willing to do that. People be more receptive in doing that. So you'd be surprised. Um, Once you get your first few customers, your confidence will increase, and marketing and selling will become easier to you. Trust me on this one. All right. It does take some practice, but a lot of times people are nervous because they haven't done it before. But once you start, you might even like it. To be honest with you, you might even have some fun with it. But it will become easier. You won't feel like that cheesy car salesman. All right. And to be honest with you, it's more of just providing customer service. Um, versus just actually selling. You're answering questions. You're basically being available. I use the analogy of the laundromat. You're being available because people have the need, have the desire to play the sport. You're just being available and servicing the leads that come in, and you're providing great customer services. And that's really part of the closing the sale. Just doing that right there. Um, so the free event was a strategy that we actually used, and it actually worked. We even got press that showed up too, and plus leads in our inbox want to book an event, and leads in our social media comments tagging friends and want to book an event as well. Now all you have to do is just follow up on those leads. And here's a couple of pictures. On the left is we were actually at a venue hosting one of our free events, and the guy with the brown jacket is actually press taking pictures of our event. And we end up having an article, which, anytime you get any press, that's like automatic lead generation right there. So, and that's exactly what happened. It was a local newspaper. Oh, actually, the paper right next door is the paper that we were written up in. But we were able to generate a good amount of leads that way. And then here are our social media comments where people are just commenting about, oh, I want to connect, let's connect. You know, about trying to learn more about the services. And of course, like I mentioned earlier, now you're just servicing. Now you're just following up on those particular leads, right? And that's all you're doing. Okay. Now, I do want to ask you guys a question, right? We all have disposable income, right? Has anyone read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad? Because I want to talk to you guys about disposable income. Everyone has disposable income, as I asked a second ago, right? But think about this: everyone gets a paycheck each month, and a percentage goes towards Starbucks, movies, dinner, new shoes, clothes, basically anything that doesn't make you money, but it is nice to have. Now, I'm not asking you to go into debt by buying my course, my Bubble Ball University course. However, I am asking you to take some of the money that you spend on movies, dinner, shopping, um, instead of blowing them on something that's temporary and could be that's losing you money or losing value. I want you to make an investment in yourself, and that money you put into this is ultimately will ultimately make you more money. And that's basically what the Robert Kiyosaki book talks about, Rich Dad Poor Dad. He basically talks about the difference between assets versus liabilities. And he says the poor uses their money to buy liabilities, cars and boats. You put your money in and the money disappears. While the rich do is put their money in investments that actually turn into more money for them. And all I'm asking is today is to take some of your disposable income and divert that into an investment, which is Bubble Ball University, as opposed to something that is going to take money away from you. Does that sound okay? Is that okay? Because the best return on the investment, I realize, is investing in yourself. Okay, it's better than the stock market, better than the real estate. When you invest in yourself, it's like a guarantee results. So it's probably been less than an hour or so, but when you all agree that it's been time well spent so far, all right. I can't cover everything you need in this full hour webinar, okay? But even if even if we had all day, I won't be able to cover it all. But I do have a special offer, so that way you can get everything you need to know. And if you act fast, I'm going to give you a very special deal. Okay. But before I get into that, we're going to definitely get on that. Now, I also want to mention to you how old habits. Do you ever heard this phrase before? Old habits die hard. What do I mean by that? So we are all creatures of habit, and most of the time these habits are bad habits because they're easier to do. Right? Think about it. It's easier to eat junk food versus growing our own fruits and vegetables. It's easier to sit and watch TV versus going to the gym. It's easier to go shopping versus trying to save your money. And we're more likely to buy. We're more likely to buy coffee versus investing in stocks, and that's actually a statistic done by Acorn, which is a stock investment app. And so we sit back complaining that we are working too hard, not earning enough money, or that we are broke but never doing anything to change that. However, I know this is not you guys. That's everyone else, which is why you are watching this webinar today, because you want to make a change in your life. You want to make more money and have fun while you're doing it, right? And you should be applauded for that, because you're taking the steps to change your life while other people are sitting on the sideline complaining. All right. If it's okay, if I could be a little transparent. So this is the house that my wife and I bought. Okay, our first home that we bought. All right. It's an exciting experience when you get to buy your own home, right? We bought this house based of two incomes, my income and my wife's income. All right. By the way, that's my father-in-law down there. They're from Pittsburgh, and so they were excited, so they came through, and this is their first day seeing the house, so they just taking pictures. But anyway, so we bought this house based off of two incomes. However, after 3 months in moving into our house, my wife was laid off, and now we were definitely down to one source of income. Now, do you know of anyone that's probably been down that road, unfortunately, of being laid off? It's not an exciting time. It's not an exciting time. That's the time when you're literally counting pennies. All right, you're literally counting pennies, and you're doing your best to fake it till you make it. Doing your best to fake it till you make it. Like I said, it's a difficult time, but what through that process, I made a vow to myself that I will never get caught with my pants down like that again. We will always have multiple streams of income coming in. So during that time, I came across the bubble ball concept and realized it wasn't in my market at the present time. So I said, let me kill two birds with one stone. I get to play it because I'm a big kid. You know, I love go-karts, rock climbing, etc. I love all that stuff. And so when I saw this, I wanted to play it. And that's how I realized it wasn't here because I was trying to find it. But I kill two birds with one stone. I get to have access to it so I can play it whenever I want. And I can make a few dollars too. All right. So I hustled hard, saved up some cash to buy the first few bubbles, and I began to promote. Today, because of this business, we have additional source of income for our household. Plus, at any given time, we have additional $10,000 probably or so in our bank account as a result of this business that we can access in case of emergency. All right, because they always say that you want to have 3 to 6 months of emergency cash stored away in the event someone gets laid off. Because my wife and I, we had a little bit of money saved up, but it wasn't no 3 to 6 months. All right. So this allows us to be able to do that. All right. But you'll be thrilled to know that you too can have you too can have the same success by taking our course and starting your own Bubble Ball University. Bubble Ball business. Now, this is just a screenshot of a real income statement. Real results of customers. As you can see, in the past 30 days, made almost $6,000. And then we have outstanding invoices, another almost $6,000. And then the drafts are, for me, my drafts are kind of deals that I'm kind of pending right now. I'm trying to close. But this is a real life scenario. Not a scenario. This is a real life statement of real revenue that's coming in. And keep in mind, I'm not doing the events. I have a full-time job, and I forgot to mention too, I have a full-time job, but also I teach, and I have a young family. So how can you do all this and run a bubble ball business? The beauty of it is I still had the luxury to spend time with the family, do my full-time job, teach, and make this extra money on the side. All right, and this is just a snapshot for 1 month of revenue. All right, so in this course, so what you're basically going to get in this course, you're going to get the entire course, 6 modules, 20 plus videos, so you can build your own bubble ball business. And this is valued at $1,997. Okay. Also, you're going to get a whole bunch of marketing materials. So that way you don't have to worry about hiring a marketing agency, marketing consulting, graphic designer, etc. You don't have to worry about any of that. We basically give that to you, and that's worth $997. So we're going to save you a lot of money by just doing that. Also, the bubble ball operational files. So the manual that you can give to your staff to read, even for yourself, on how to actually run the business. Independent contractor letters. The waivers, the rules of engagement you'll be going over customers. You don't have to recreate or figure any of these things out like we did, the mistakes we did. These things we learned through trial and error, unfortunately, which sometimes cost us a little bit of revenue, sometimes didn't, because we figured it out. But This all in all is valued at $1,497. Okay. Um, and then cold email templates, a great prospecting tool. So instead of cold calling, well, let me ask this question: anyone here enjoys cold calling? I doubt that. Okay, unless you're just a great people's person. If so, kudos to you. But I don't like cold calling, right? But I don't mind cold emailing because I can sit by on my computer and send out several emails at once, and boom, be done. So basically, I have the scripts and the templates to use, so that way you can do the same thing and generate revenue. So that way you don't feel like you're a salesman out there pushing and selling, and that's valued at $497. All right. So the total value between all this is $4,988. All right. Now, who's this has worked for? Henry Ford, founder of Ford Motors, has this quote that I actually love: "A man who thinks he can and the man who thinks he can't are both right. Which one are you?" This is a quote that I love because, the reality is you can do anything that you want. If you feel like you're not going to be successful, if you feel like you're always going to be broke, you're going to be exactly that. But if you feel like you're going to generate additional revenue, you're going to be able to build a successful business, you can be that as well. The choice is yours. But for me, I want to work for the person that thinks they can. That's I don't want to work with the person that thinks they can't, because that's there's no fun in that. I want to work with a person that thinks they can, has confidence and believes in themselves. That's who I want to work with. So I had two choices. We talked about start getting a part-time job. So when we need that extra money, I could have gotten a part-time job somewhere, working extra hours during the evenings or weekends. But this would have drained me, and I still wouldn't have made enough money. As you guys saw the financial scenario we provided earlier, just to get maybe $1,000 extra, I probably would have had and that's assuming I even got $10 an hour. That's assuming I even got that as a part-time job versus maybe $8. But to even get $1,000 extra a month, I had to do, 100 or so hours just to get that. All right. So I didn't want to go down that road, especially with my background. I didn't want to go down that road. So I figured, why not start a business? Requires a little higher investment. It does, and there is some risk, of course. But in exchange, I have the ability to be able to spend more time with my family, and I can make more money. Okay, I can make more money. Now, when I started this business, there was no help for me. I had to figure everything out on my own. I know off the bat, I probably wasted about almost $4,000 on cheap equipment, including that's not including the time wasted fixing this equipment. And then also, I don't even know how to quantify what it did to possibly the brand, the perception of my brand, right? And like I said, since there was no help, that hurt me. That $3 to $4,000 hurt me of just wasted money. I'm not rich. That's a lot of money to just go to waste. And like I said, my time and even the perception of brand. So basically, what I'm asking you guys, please don't be like me. Please don't try to go out and do it on your own. Figure it out on your own, because the reality is you're going to make mistakes, and then some of them may be costly. All right, and I don't want you to have to go through what I went through and potentially lose $4,000. Invest in this course, save the $3 to $4,000, plus you get a lot of helpful resources and tips, and basically learn what to do versus what not to do. All right, and that's where I didn't have that luxury at my time when I started it. So again, what you're getting is the entire course, 6 modules, 20 videos, 20 plus videos, and that's valued at $1,197. All the marketing material you need: business cards, the social media templates, the flyers, and even how to design your own graphics. Okay. do-it-yourself graphics, where you don't have to pay anybody. Again, that's worth $997. I mean, it's going to probably cost you $1,000 itself just to get probably even a logo design or even just a business card. I'm giving you all this for the same value. All right. The operational files, the manual, so that way you can teach your staff how to properly do the event and they don't make you lose money, because that happened too. You have an independent contractor letter that's already situated, so you just change the content in there for them. Waivers, you don't have to necessarily go to a lawyer to get your own waivers. You just enter your name and change a couple things around. Boom, you're done. The rule that you can go explain to the customers, because they need to know what to do and what not to do when it comes to playing, because you don't want them acting up and then you have some other complications down the road. So you want to make sure they know what to do and what not to do when playing. That's worth $1,497. Then again, we talked about the cold email templates, another prospecting tool to help build a clientele and add clientele into your pipeline. All right. Now, again, valued at $4,988. Now, because I like you guys, all right, I'm gonna go throw in an extra bonus, a break-even analysis formula, which is valued at $997. So you're probably thinking like, okay, what does it do for me? So one of the biggest things in business, and this is for the first 30 people that sign up, one of the biggest things in business is become profitable, right? If you're not profitable, you're out of business. And this break-even analysis kind of helps you plug in numbers to help you figure out how much to charge for your rental packages. All right, that's important because you got to factor in paying staff and the cost of everything, because you want to make sure you generate a profit. So that's what this formula is for, to help you plug in some numbers, figure out how things are going to work for you. So that way you know what the best price to charge, okay? And that is for the first 30 people, because I like you guys, all right? And because of you guys gave me a couple extra smiles, I appreciate that. So I'm gonna throw in another extra bonus if that's okay with you guys. If that's okay, I'll throw another bonus. That's for the first 20 people that sign up. It's a sales funnel strategy. I mentioned earlier I didn't have a sales funnel, and I missed out on hundreds of leads to capture, to bring them back into my funnel and to remarket to them. I can't tell you how much I lost in that my first year in business. And so I said, it ain't gonna happen again. I learned from it and I built a new strategy, so that way I built a whole new sales funnel so that I capture these, boom, bring them in, put them into my system, and now I get to retarget them. And that's worth $1,997, okay? So in total, what you're getting now is, again, the entire course, the marketing material, the operation files, the cold email templates, now the break-even analysis, okay, to help you calculate the profit for your pricing model, and the sales funnel, the guy to help you generate leads through Facebook and Instagram, and totaling now between all these offerings is $7,982. All right, now I'm not going to charge you guys the $7,982 today, but I could, but I'm not going to. However, I do want to ask you guys a question. Ask you something, though. If all this course did was help you launch your bubble ball business, would it be worth it? Okay. If it gives you the kick in the butt to finally get moving, would it be worth it? All right. If all this did was bring that extra, that additional source of income, that additional $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $10,000 a month in extra income, would this be worth it? To me, it'd be worth it. Like I said before, I wasted half of that. I wasted half of that amount on just bag equipment. All right, and I can't even count the potential revenue I lost from missing out on those leads. So this is definitely worthy of an investment. All right. Now, if you were able to generate $5,000 in 1 month, then would it make sense to pay me $5,000 one time to set this up for you? So then every month past that first month is basically pure profit. Think of it that way, right? Um, you can see why it's a good deal at $5,000. Now, I do normally, for the general public, charge $1,997 for this particular course. But as you already tell, this is a valuable course, because I'm giving you so many things, items that are included, that are packed in. Just having a lawyer, lawyers today are probably $500 an hour, graphic designers. Some people charge $700 just for a logo. If you want to design some artwork, some business cards or some flyers, that's going to get into the thousands potentially. And then the fact is, give you a system basically to help you make additional money. I already showed you a snapshot of 1 month for me was the 5,000. So that has to be a great deal. And the fact is that I actually offer this to the general public at $1,997. So to me, it seems like a great investment, right? To face potentially get $5,000 a month potentially, for off of just a little under $2,000. Great deal, right? But because you are special, today I'm actually offering the course for just $997. Huge savings. I'm basically giving away the barn here. Basically, you just visit Bubble Ball University, and get registered, sign up, and then boom, you get access to the course, the entire course, and everything that I promised. All right. Now, I'm not sure you guys heard of this, but PayPal Credit does have an option out there where anything over $99, where you can basically buy using PayPal Credit, where there's no payments, no interest if you pay it in full within 6 months. Okay, so just in case you don't want to necessarily use or don't have the cash at the present time, you can. That's another option for you to basically, that way you can kind of get in the door and get started, right? So anyway, that's the option for you. And I mean, if you so that's the option that's available for you. Now, again, you guys are such a great audience. I think I'm gonna throw in another bonus for you guys. Okay, just to kind of bring it home. Now, this is for the first 10 people. First 10 people that do sign up. I'm gonna give you a limited email support for the first month you're in business. All right, that's worth $1,997. All right. That way you have an advisor, a mentor who can tell you what to do and what not to do directly. Because sometimes you're gonna come across some unique situations, that may be kind of hard to deal with. So you want to have someone that can reach out to kind of help you out. That's for the first 10 people. All right. So again, you can get started today at $997 by visiting Bubble Ball University and registering. All right. And if you would like to leverage PayPal, you can buy this course and not have to pay no payments, no interest. But as long as you pay it in full within 6 months, you can pay with no interest. All right. Now you have two choices basically. You can do nothing, not take any risk, do nothing, and not take this leap of faith, which is 100% risk free. Or you can take this second option, pulling up just a small investment today compared to all the value you'll get in return, and just give it a shot. What do you have to lose? I want to share this quick video. Oops, sorry about that, guys. Every successful person has jumped. You got to jump. You got to take a leap of faith. You got to dash off that cliff So I love that video by Steve Harvey. We all know Steve Harvey. You know, he's basically talking about taking a leap of faith, right? In anything worthwhile, you got to take a little bit of risk and go out and try. Okay. So if you jump and it works, great. If not, just ask for your money back and we will get it. Okay. Excuse me, you will get it. Now there is a 30-day guarantee. Sign up if you sign up today. If you don't like it for any reason, I don't care if it's the 29 days, 23 hours, 59 minutes from now. Just let me know and we'll give you the money back. But I have to kind of see some results, not just give it back just for the sake of giving back. Okay. So I want to make sure. I want to make sure I make the refund policy 100% clear. In the event that you decide your purchase is not the right purchase, you didn't make the right decision, contact us, show us you actually did the work by submitting all your homework. We'll review and attempt to help correct the issue. And if we cannot help or solve the problem, we will issue a full refund. The point of this policy is to give people a chance to try the system. And if it does not work, they can get their money back. It was not designed to enable people to steal from the training material. Furthermore, it is if it is clear that your homework is incomplete or that you did not implement the strategies taught in the course, your refund will be denied. However, we will still help and support you in order to get results. So the real question is this worth gambling a few minutes of your time to check this out? Which if it is, which if it does even half of what I've claimed today on this webinar, it pays for itself 4 times over within the first few months, right? Other opportunities could take 3 to 5 years to get your initial investment. With this, you can get it back within get 5 times back from your sales generating within the first few months, 4 to 6 times back. And I use this example with this Microsoft because I invested in Microsoft when I was in college, where it just hovered around like $20 a share or whatever the case may be. However, it probably took about 10 years for it to finally bump up to $100 a share today, right? That took forever. But the point is that with this particular course, it can help you set up so that way you can start generating revenue and providing for have additional household income for your house to make things a little bit better for you guys. All right. So I want to talk about the tale of 2 people. So historically, there are 2 types of folks that attend these webinars. I'm not sure if you ever seen this a movie called Inside Out. Basically, it's really thoughtful a cartoon. It basically talks about personality traits, but they do it in a really animated way that doesn't even feel like you're learning. And so Sadness is on over to the left, the blue young lady. who is timid and always nervous. And Joy is like the warrior person who's just full of energy, willing to take risk and everything. For So basically, the timid person, girl or guy that gets on here, is excited and thinks it's cool, but won't take any action. And I don't like working with those people because they're never successful. These type of people, I like the type of people they are. I'm just trying. Basically, the type of people they are, they get all this information, they understand, they step up and want to produce, and they get results. Those are the best. I'm sorry, those are the best people that actually do the events, do well these webinars, who actually get up and do something. So those are the people who really digest this information, take notes, process it, and then jump. Just like kind of Steve Harvey was talking about, or leap, right? I think that's what he used. So let me ask you this question. Are you, sadness is the person that gets excited about doing this and goes through the whole webinar but never takes any action? Or are you the person like Joy, who, takes the risk? They do their homework, they do their due diligence, they do their homework. So they take a calculated risk, not just a blind risk, but take calculated risk, and take action in their life to do something cool to make additional income. And if you're a Joy, man, you have to sign up today. You have to sign up today. So basically, let me show you what to do next. You basically visit bubbleballuniversity.com so that way you can register. And basically, you'll be getting the entire course, 6 modules, 20 videos, valued at $1,997. The marketing material, as well as how to design your own marketing material. That way you save a lot of money paying a graphic designer. Because again, this is a visual business. You can't market this business without being visual. So you need good design. So I just want to emphasize that one point. That's valued at $997. Then you get the operational files, the manual, contractor letter, waivers, and the rules of engagement of the game, stuff like that. Valued at $1,497. The code email templates that you can use to find and discover new customers. That's valued at $497. The bonus coverage for the first 30 people, which is the break-even analysis, the ability to help you calculate your pricing model to make sure you're profitable. For the first 20 people, the sales funnel strategy to help you capture leads through Facebook and Instagram, and that way you can kind of remarket them and all that. That's valued at $1,997. And then for the first 10 people, unlimited email support the first month that you're in business. The 1 month of unlimited support to help guide you, get you situated at $1,997. So that's valued a little over around $8,000. Basically, you get all this, and then remember I said this. You get all this for $997. All right. Now the thing is, I'm nothing special. I'm not good at selling to people. All right. There's nothing magical about me. I'm not the best at managing people. All right. I lost money in failed business ventures. I spent the last 4 years trial and error to discover the secrets that I'm going to give you today for a small investment. And now you could spend countless hours trying to do it the hard way. And I know I say countless hours, but also money too, because you're going to lose money trying to do it the hard way. I promise you that. But why? When you have the formula in front of you. Again, the entire course of how to start a bubble ball business, from choosing your equipment, how to set up games, where to play games, how to market, who's your target market, all that good stuff. The marketing material, the operational files, the code email templates, the break-even analysis to help make sure you're profitable, the sales funnel strategy to help you capture your sales funnel, or capture leads in your sales funnel and to retarget them. Because I don't know if you guys ever know that 80% of your revenue comes from 20% of the customers. So you want to be able to. Sometimes you can be able to get customers just by sending an email to your database. And how easy is that? The example I gave to you guys earlier with the $1,000 customer that came from an email engagement. And then of course the unlimited support. All right. And though this is valued at $8,000, around $8,000, you're getting it for less than $1,000. All right. Um, you're getting it for less than $1,000. And again, I just want to reemphasize for the first 10 people, you get that unlimited support for that first month in business. So that way you have an advisor that you can reach out to in case you have questions. You're going to have a lot of questions. There's a lot of things going to come up. You're going to be nervous, and having an advisor, someone that you can reach out to for support to answer specific questions, that is almost priceless in itself. All right, that was priceless in itself. So with that being said, please visit Bubble Ball University today. Click the button below. Get started. You're gonna love it. You're gonna be so happy that you took this leap of faith, made the investment. But also, if you still have questions, we have a secure voicemail line, 302-470-8165. So the way that works basically, just leave your question, your name, address, and your credit card info, and a number to call you back. Now, we will not charge you. We're not going to charge you, okay? We're not going to charge you at all right? But myself or one of the other team members will call you back within 24 hours to answer your question. And if you're satisfied with the answer, and still okay with everything, we will go ahead and charge your card and get you set up for the program. Does that sound fair? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is basically the end of this webinar. And I'm so happy that you guys stayed on. And I hope some of these little nuggets that I have shared with you, the 3 secrets and some other little nuggets that I shared with you, was helpful to show you the road to success. So that way you too don't have to be like me, get caught with your pants down with one stream of income. You're trying to buy a house that you had based off 2 incomes. Because in the event this happens again, even if my wife loses her income, I have another vehicle, right? Even if I lose my job, based off the cash that I was able to save because of the business, I can now live for another, even without a job for the next couple of months. But even if I didn't have the job, I could still run this business full time if I wanted to. If I wanted to keep generating revenue. So that's the beauty of it. And I think Robert Kiyosaki always said too, saving is expensive. It's hard to save 36 months of expenses off of just base of a paycheck. Most people live paycheck to paycheck anyway. It's almost impossible. However, you can get to there by investing in something, investing in a business like I did to help you get there, which goes a much faster rate than trying to save. But anyway, God bless, and I look forward to interacting with you guys. All right. God bless.